Next, we have a welterweight showcase bout. Kendly St. versus Chris Mixan. Fighting out of the blue corner, Chris Mixan. Mixan weighing in officially at 170 1/4 pounds. His opponent in the red corner, Kendly St. Kendly St. is official at 169 1/4 pounds. This one's official. Kendly St. will square off with Chris Mixan.
Chris Mixan. St. Louis is 34, Chris Mixan is 26. Mixan the taller fighter here, but it is Kendly St. with the longer reach. You ready? Fight! Mixan, a veteran of our PFL Challenger Series in 2022, was signed to a developmental deal. He's done a little bit of everything. Amateur and pro boxing career, very limited pro boxing. He's 1-0 so far. Wrestled in high school, well-rounded fighter.
That jab that he's established is going to be a key in this fight. You can see that height and reach advantage. I mean, just size overall, would you say, for Mixan?
But it is Kendly St. with incredibly long-armed. Can he eliminate some of those physical advantages for Mixan? St. by the way, is used to training with massive welterweights. He is one of the primary training partners for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, who just won the PFL World Tournament at 170 pounds.
A good time on that as well, Sean, because he was the main wrestling training partner for the finals, which has, of course, prepared 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 incredibly well for a fighter like Logan Storley, who's constantly in on a takedown. But Kendly St. has prepared 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 really well for that fight, so you've got to expect him to have some really good chain wrestling of his own that he can use against Mixan. Looks like St. came over the top with that right hand there. Mixan's got to be careful with his jab because, oh, nice. Little shots to the body.
To the body, yeah, that was nice.
Little shuffle.
St. using that low calf kick on that lead leg of Mixan.
Yeah, it's a great idea to attack that calf, and I think that last kick really hurts him.
He's banged 2 or 3 already so far, and it doesn't take many more than that if you land him right. St. now with the pressure forward. And the Mixan camp didn't feel like he would have a boxing advantage in this fight, but Kendly St. doesn't want to make it a boxing match.
Nice counter punch from St. there. He's also got the threat of the takedown, which is going to keep Mixan on his back foot a little bit, make him hesitant to overcommit to punches.
So levels go over.
The thing is, because St. can strike as well, you can't assume he's going to do one thing, which forces you to make a decision every time he moves forward. We're going to see St. level change in a moment. It looks like he's trying to draw a shot from Mixan, although that calf kick, although it wasn't heavy, again got a reaction from Mixan.
Mixan likes the body shots again. St. isn't going to let him throw him without countering.
Touch that double there.
See the red on that lead calf of Mixan already from the 4 or 5 calf kicks he sustained.
Yes, sir. Keep that pressure there. Good job.
Right hand right down the center for Kendly St. as Mixan tried to turn the corner out to his left. Switching his stances here for Kendly as well. And it's worth stating that both of these guys, high win percentages. St. is 11-4, Mixan is 6-1. The level of competition for Kendly St. has been significantly higher.
Give me that same entry.
Coming off a win against Muhammad 𝗟𝗏𝗡.
Bring it up the middle, man. That right hand. That snatches there for jabs.
I think there's more damage to that lead leg of Mixan than we can see because of his tattoos. He's very sheepish with the pressure of that lead foot.
He sits Kendly St. down with a straight right, and now Mixan smelling a little blood. Good recovery here from St.
Beautiful straight punch.
Again, behind the ear, and then an uppercut.
St. Louis tangled him up. He's got a minute to survive in this first round. Taking a couple of good shots there, sat down twice onto the cameras.
And that's how quickly the momentum of a round can change.
Big shots from the top from Mixan.
Big hammer fist. Mixan picking his shots well, trying to make them count. Gotta be careful with the triangles.
You're gonna have to start showing something! Fight back! Fight back!
Mixan trying to punch it.
Fight back!
Not respecting it at all. Mixan with the TKO in round one, and the corner does not like to stop it.
Yeah, it was hard to see. I'd like the replay. I'd like to see the replay, but it looked like he was covering and controlling the arm. Like he was waiting for Chris Mixan.
Chris Cossack!
So it was Chris Cossack.
He was attacking the arm, sir!
J.Z. Cossack in the corner is angry about this stoppage. So let's have a look at this replay. Let's see what happens here. So some clean striking from Chris Mixan. That was a beautiful cross. Caught Kendly St, knocked him down. He was back to his feet. Here's the second knockdown. Again, a beautiful straight punch right to the chin. Kendly St. goes down. One more shot at it. Perfect timing, right on the side of the face. And then, of course, Mixan's going to follow up. And we're going to see a lot of strikes here, but look at this. Look at the leg position. The legs crossed of Kendly St. waiting for an opportunity to attack that arm. But, of course, he's double guarding. The referee felt like he needed to get in there and protect him. But he has that arm trapped. He has the legs in the right position. My goodness, I'm frustrated for him now. Pause it for me if you can with the truck. Can we skip it back a little bit? Look, this arm is caught here. You can see the leg position. Look, we've got the legs crossed. There we go, legs crossed here. That's what's controlling the arm. Chris Mixan's arm is here. It's trapped. But of course, you can see Kendly St. with this double guard in this position, protecting his head. The referee decides he's going to step in and save him. But I think that Kendly St. was waiting for the opportunity to extend that arm. That was a bad call by the referee, and you can see this corner team. They're not happy with this commission. They're not happy with this commission.
The TKO finish for Chris Mixan snaps an 8-fight win streak for Kendly St. You understand the frustration.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Sean Woods stops the fight 4 minutes and 36 seconds into round one for your winner by TKO, Chris Mixan.